These. Oh, what's a sad these. These are the tin True Wireless 2000s. And just like Knight Rider 2000, they didn't quite land where they wanted to. Who remembers that show? Date yourself by remembering Knight Rider 2000 in the comments below. So, Linsol sends this to me. Because Linsol sends me a lot of the new stuff that comes out. But hey, the Theory of fucking Phantom Legacy 3s. I was like, yes! Holy shit! And then this shows up. They send me one a month ago. It's not out yet. They sent me one a month ago, and they're like, oh, don't review that one, please. We have to fix things. We'll send you another one. So this is another one they sent me. And they're like, oh, by the way, it's coming out like Monday. Can you rush the review for Monday? And I'm like, sure. You know, they needed to fix the original one. I want to point this out. Like, this is not... What I'm about to lay down, the hurt I'm about to lay down, is not something I did not know I was going to have to do. I was hoping this new revision was going to fix a lot of the problems. So, where to begin with the Tin Hi-Fi True Wireless 2000s? I guess we could start with the most obvious thing, which is the case. It's mildly large. I'm sorry, did I say mildly? Wildly. I meant wildly large. It's wildly large. This is the MIFO 07s, which has a dynamic version coming out soon. And this is one of my favorite wireless. They stopped making this one. They're making one that's a dynamic now. And I can't wait to hear it. And this, oh yeah. But now we're just comparing it as a case. Here's the Samsung Galaxy Buds, in case you want to compare to something else. I don't have my AirPods. They're somewhere else. Yeah, I said it. My AirPods. But I'm just here to show you what the fuck is going on with this case. Because here's the thing about True Wireless. You can't leave the case at home 90% of the time. You need this to charge the IMs. And you need to put the IMs somewhere. I mean, you can just plop them in your pocket, but you ever have a rip in the bottom of your jean pocket and something just falls out and it wiggles down your leg and you hear, and you're like, what was that? Oh, shit. So you need to carry the case, and the case does not bode well for carrying. It also has buttons on it. This one says power, which if you hit that, it'll show you how much power is in the unit. We've got a red light that blinks, then it shows 4 bars of power. This one says UV antivirus, and that's the gimmickiest gimmick that's ever gimmicked. Because you hit that, and then if you look, if you can see it, there's a little, it has like a clear strip, and inside here, if you just crack the cover, which we can defeat this with a magnet, by the way, hold on. I think if I put the magnet here, yep, there we go. You have 3 levels of ultraviolet light that will shoot at your everything and then kill things. So that's, you don't want to look at that, by the way, it'll give you a cancer. So let's pull that magnet off. It shouldn't, I think I may have broken it. No, there it goes. See, it's not supposed to turn on when you have it open. But magnets, bro, how do they work? Anyway, so that's interesting, but usually IMs don't get touched by other people. It's just you. Like, I know my sister has a coffin at home. She's not a vampire, but she lays her phone in it and she closes the lid and you hit a button and 60 minutes later, it's just irradiated your phone. Because you've had your phone in your hands and you've touched things and touched your phone and then maybe you put your phone down. So the phone I can understand being like the biggest death carrier. This is before the Rones got around. So she was disinfecting her phone just because she works at a medical center. But your IMs, like, okay, maybe you're touching something and then taking it out of your ears with your hand and putting it in there. But to permanently carry around just so much extra bulk to have that. And that's not just what's causing the bulk. We're going to get to more of the bulk. So basically, what I'm saying is this is a useless size, it's useless case for portability. You have to drop this in your purse. If you're a man, you better have a purse. Everyone better have a purse or a fanny pack, and that's just automatically going bad. USB-C connection, at least. My big thing in 2020, I'm going to say every video, if it has USB micro, I want to punch it. So the case is already too large. The case is also too large because this is one of those true wireless IMs that you can plug a wire into. It takes an MCX wire. I could pause it with this. Hold on. I paused it. which is fine. I have no real issue with that. I have another set over there somewhere that can do that, and I'm going to eventually test those. So with the IM itself, I want to get this. There's a lot I have to complain about. There's like one or two things I want to compliment, but that's it. Uses a dual dynamic driver, which is rare. It's like a 7 and a 9. And the problem with the 7, so I guess that isn't really a compliment if I'm going to complain about how giant these are. Like, that is solidly 50% bigger than I would expect it to have been. It's huge. I mean, it fits in my ear. It's not that uncomfortable, although when you have it that thick and that wide and then the stick and then you have to like twist it to get the angle right, if this isn't perfectly lining up with where it's going to stick out, that hits you. So that's a meh. I have Dakoni tips on it, obviously. The regular tips were absolutely, I couldn't use them. Like, I put them in my ear and they like barely held on. So, I mean, it comes with tips. I have the package for it is over there. So here. Comes with a nice box. Get out. Get out. Ooh. Yeah, what's this? This is the wire, it's a charging wire. And it comes with only one other set of tips? Is that serious? I thought it would have come with more than that. Well, whatever. You're going to have to buy tips if you want these. But let me finish. Please let me finish. All right, this hurts me to do. This is me. That was me, but like for an hour solid before this review started. I'm like, fuck. They're too big and they're slightly uncomfortable when you wear them. Fine. Control surfaces. Let's put them in the case so you can see. That's right. So that one goes there. And even, I will say this, the case is giant, but you can fit them into the case with add-on tips. So that's like a first. That's like a first. It's just like, oh, it's perfectly fine like that, because there's a giant space there. You put them in the little case and they fit wonderfully, and you close it and you can hit the button, you can nuke them. I don't know how long that stays on for. You're supposed to understand how bright that is also without looking at it. You can see the little lights. There's one blinking, that one's blinking. In fact, I might have disconnected that entirely. Nope, it still says it's there. Hold on. Paused and disconnected. Okay, good. Open it. Blink, 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 blink. That's quality. There's one of the things that's good. Look, it disconnects when you close it. You open it, it reconnects. It's great. Take them out. You put them in your ears. If they fit fine, they fit fine. Now you want to pause something, and touch surfaces are a thing, and buttons are a thing. And a lot of times you'll put a button or touch surface on like the stick or something, but not this. See that little black circle in the middle of this larger black circle there? That is a button, like a full-on fuck you clicky button. And it takes some force to press it. And each side has one. And it's not like you could just gently push your finger over it and then press it like that. You have to, and I'm seriously pushing, hold on. There. One press to pause and unpause. Double click press. Right side is next track. Which side is this? This is left side because I've restarted it. If I double press the right side, it goes to the next track, which is Rocket League. If you triple press, how you doing?
Thanks for asking. I'm doing okay. There are so many people in the Black community hurting right now. I'm sending my love and support.
Wow, it just did a Black Lives Matter thing. Okay, Google. I'm not going to judge you on that. But the point is, A, there's no volume control on this. That's it. You got one button either side. Now, FiiO puts one button on either side of their true wireless adapters. You get not only volume, but track change, play pause, and bring that up. So they do that. But that's not the problem. The problem is not that. The problem is that you have to push that button while this is in your ear. Now, I'm holding my hand and it's fine. It's like, I can look, applause, play. But if I drop this son of a bitch in my ear, let's put this in my left ear. and it's fitting perfectly. Well, no, it's not fitting perfectly. The sharp edge is hitting me. And I go to press it. I'm using my fingernail. If you use your fingernail, you can do it pretty nicely. But if you don't have long fingernails, like I keep my beautiful nails. Look at these nails. I was complimented in high school by the girls there. Like, look how nice can we paint your nails? And I was like, hell yeah. And I let them because I want to get laid. I never did, but I let them paint my nails and I have nice nails. If you try to do this with your actual soft part of your finger, holy shit, are you pushing hard? You're pushing it into your ear. And if you want to change tracks more than like, I don't know, once every 10 minutes, you're just smashing your... I think you understand the problem with that, right? It's just like it should never be push with force in. If it's a touch thing, that's fine. You could touch. The AirPods are a little twist, tweak. You little tweak, little dingle dongle, ding, tweak. The physical push button that is hard to push is a no. We still have lots to go, by the way. This is I'm trying to roll it back. How do they sound, Zeos? Is it made up for by the thing? Well, let's just put it this way. The original ones of these, I couldn't wait for them to say, please send those back, because they were horrible. It sounded like if someone put a 15 decibel tweak at around 3,500 hertz, just up. Just like, God! Like, oh, Jesus, God, something's wrong. And that's probably what they fixed, because it doesn't sound like that anymore. However, if they're using two dynamic drivers, the one that's being used for treble is still about 5 decibels too high. And it's like you get to songs and it's sometimes it's fine. Sometimes it's fine. Sometimes it reminds me of a tin T2. Sometimes it reminds me of a tin T2. But that's mostly wired because this has wireless problems on top of all of this, on top of everything I'm going over so far. So it connects just fine. The other one turns on and it connects to the other one. Pretty much just fine. Let me get this story out of the way. If I do the left side, connect to the phone, and then the right side comes on, connects to the left side, that works. And then the right side will occasionally, and I don't mean like every few minutes, I mean 4 times a minute, disconnect for a split second. Just drop out. The right side will just drop out. Sometimes I get a full minute and a half where it doesn't happen. And I'm like, did it fix itself? Did it wake up? Drop out. Why? So what I did was I put them back in the case, turned them all off, took out just the right one, put it in my ear, turned it on. It connected to the phone. It started playing music. I turned the left one on. It never connects. Because I figured maybe the right one just has a hard to... It never connects. Now, it's only going through my head, and I have a thick skull, but I've had that problem with one set of True Wireless that I tried like a year and a half ago, and I just didn't even bother. Because I'm like, I don't like True Wireless. None of these shit work. I'm sure AirPods work fine. So this will connect to the left, and then... and work for like another minute. And it's like, why? Why? And then, oh, by the way, when the right side was connected on its own, that would blink out too. It would be less often, but it would just blink out. So, I mean, that means the IM is bad. That means that one's bad. So maybe that won't happen to your set. That's fine. Let's move on. There's more. And I had to check this with the wire, which this is not the wire the unit comes with, because I'm going to explain that's...
Yeah, fill me up.
That's another thing that, that's the bringer. Sorry, Pasta, you have to go sleep for a second. I'm yelling. I can hear the active crossover that's powering these, and the amplifier is powering these, fucking up. And that's all the time. I was listening, it depends on the music, but it's like you're listening, and then you hear, what the fuck is that? It feels like someone's putting a lighter and just running it under the ass of the person who's singing. And they're just singing perfectly, and it's like, what? And that was every 8 seconds, or depending on like the frequency response. Like the active DSP crossover in there between the drivers just freaks out. And that's when it's working perfectly. And I'm like, what? So mostly, it's occasionally sharp. Doesn't pair properly left to right, and that occasionally. Plugging it with wire. Now, I plugged it in with this wire, and this wire is from, I think, the Shure tapes. And it had obviously none of those problems, except I plugged it in while they were on, and like it was still trying to play, it was still playing that, and then this didn't play, but then I got it to shut off, and I had to take them out, put them in the thing, and they shut off, and then I turned them on. And then, for some reason, and I'm not sure if I broke them, but I have to have a fucking Topping A90 on high gain at 12 o'clock to make these make sound. Wired. That's too high. Like, they sound fine and easy to do. They just sound like they make volume is perfectly fucking fine with the self-powered. But it's like there's resistors in line or something, or that has to pass through some circuitry. Like, they don't have to be on to run. But I'm cranking this. And I tried 2 different wires. 2. The first I tried the one for the Tin P1, which was the Viking Weave made this for me. Because this was from the Tin T3 wire, and I had him convert it to 4.4 Pentacon balanced. So that was that. I had them in here. I had a balanced connection to this, and it was something that was weird. It was like the left and right didn't work, so I got to check that wire later. So I went with another wire, and then I'm like, low gain. No, medium gain, high gain. So it's like, oh fuck. All right, let's move to the wire now. And the other reason that this wire is packed in here from factory. And the reason it's still in here is because I had another set of these earlier. I talked about them. They're somewhere. I don't fucking know where I put them. They said, you don't have to review those. We'll send you another pair. And I took that set and I just went, fuck it. This wire, which is a full fucking cable to run these MMCX wired, lives in here. And when you take it out, it will never live in here again. Because because you see where this 3.5 millimeter connector is? Like right there, that perfect spot. You see the MMCX are there. If you do this, oh, I'm amazed it closed. I've had it where it's like just slightly off from the position it needs to be in, and it no longer closes the lid, it just gets stuck. And you can luckily pull this whole thing out. Hold on, we got this. Oh, it's fucked now. I mean, I guess you could just not use this plastic raft. But yeah, look, I put that there. If you put that there, and you try to put this back in here, oh, it's already fucked. No, okay, no, you gotta put this down over here. You gotta like shove those down, and then this is a fuck. This is where the real problem is, because it no longer allows that to close because the wire's here. So you gotta like shove this wire. Like that's where it was. That's where it was. Now this wire's fucking with me. There we go. Basically, oh, it's wedged now. You could tell they made this wire extra thin also to try to fit it in there. I mean, it's not bad. It's not a bad wire at all. I love the braid on it. I love the knots, and then it goes to like a little 2. It's been wrapped in there pretty tight, so this is brand new. It's the first time I'm taking it out. We could spend the rest of the video if you'd like me trying to put it back in there though, because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't have a place where you lock this in. It just sort of is. And by the way, this is like the weirdest, sharpest thing. Like it's not conducive for like fun. Like I would probably just end up dumping this shit in here like this and then wrapping it in if you were going to do this. If you wanted to keep it around, this seems like a much safer bet. In fact, that's what I'm going to recommend you do. But then again, no one's buying these. So let me see. Where were we on the list? So it's got an unusable wire. Well, you could use the wire. It comes out. It's just, you're not going to want to. And then the case is giant and it's too big. And then the sound when it's plugged in, it needs like 1,000,000 watts. I don't know to fucking stand that. Here, you want to try let's try it with the stock cable, because I didn't want to unwrap that cable. Here's our, maybe this will be fine. Maybe this will be fine. Are we still connected with Rocket League? All right. We are still connected with Rocket League. So I'm going to turn these off. Hold on, I'm going to hit the button. You hit it? think I'm hitting it. Power off. And it shut the other one off. Okay, so these are now off. So let's go, and we'll plug the wire it comes with into a topping A90. We'll start on low gain in case something, maybe it's better now. Maybe it's better. I hope it's better. Give me something to be positive about. By the way, this is, look at, can you see the angle? Like, where that tip is perfectly flush. Where does that fit into the world where that straight piece is like that? Anyone who's used an IM ever knows that that is not how that's supposed to go. This is smashing against the side of my face. Like just smashing it. Cincinnati Pops. Wow, it was a quiet song and I literally could not tell. Harry Connick Jr. Nope, still 12 o'clock on high. All right. Still a tad sharp. A tad sharp. But not as bad as it is on the internal amplification. Like I would accept these like this sound-wise and be like, they're a little sharp, not my cup of tea. It's when you use them like they're supposed to be used wireless that you get everyone, like I don't even remember how many problems I've listed so far. And usually if it's a product that I truly believe in, I will take one little fucking problem and I'll just like, not sweep it under the rug, but downplay it. You shouldn't completely not consider like a $150 headphone just because this one little thing bothers me. I'm like, if it bothers you, it bothers you, but everything else is great. There are no positives here. Like none, and I feel bad because it's not Linsol's fault. Linsol is just an importer. They don't know. Linsol just gets told by TIN, hey, we got a thing coming out. And they go, okay, we'll give it to our people who can, do reviews. And so it's not their fault that TIN is smoking crack right now. Like crack, like the biggest rocks of crack. Just for going with something this big and then trying to squeeze a wire into it. And then like, but oh, the Rona, we got ultraviolet antivirus. It literally says antivirus. And then, I think you could understand these are a no. Like I don't recommend them. I'm still gonna link to them on Linsol. And I hope Linsol can sort this shit out with TIN, because here's the thing, I am fully willing to, in the next month or two, if they want to send another revision, which would have to solve. Well, no, they'd have to throw everything away. They'd have to make the case smaller. They'd have to make the wire not inside the case. They have to change the entire design of that. They have to fix the button situation. They have to make like if they at least sounded fine, just fine, not even great, just fine, I could maybe like say, well, they may not fit you, but nothing fucking works. Nothing works. It's all bad. These are a surprise. This is why, Zeus, you got to review bad products, because that won't be honest and genuine. This is an honest and genuine. Zeos fucking despises review. That face. Because Zeos showed up and he's like, oh my God, TIN's making a true wireless? I'm sort of into these true wireless things now. Let's see what you can do. Oh God. Please. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. It's back to the drawing board. Literally TIN, if you could find out who owns MIFO, go to them with all the money you have and just buy them and just make these the TINs and you'd be good. But these would be great. I still love these things. Prefer them in sound over the AirPods. Although apparently the AirPods now have a new update that fixes a bunch of shit. But guess what? I'm an Android user and they don't have an app to update the firmware. So I got to go beg an Apple user to hook my fucking phone or hook their phone up to my AirPods to update a fucking firmware. Does anybody understand why I don't like Apple? No? Oh, you keep living your own little lives then. All right, I'm done with these. I can shitter them for like I could go back and try to get a fucking piece of paper and write it out. I don't think I've listed one nice, good thing about them. It's gonna be a popular video. Linsol is gonna get a ton of clicks. Linsol has a ton of nice items. In fact, you know what? Linsol, I will link to all the things that you've sent me that don't suck. The Thaudio Legacy 3s, which I recommended to a friend of mine who has been using True Wireless, the Soundcore, the Anchor Soundcore ones, the Liberty Pros. He's been using those and bragging about those and how much those, once you EQ them, they're great, blah, 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 blah. And I'm saying, do me a favor, BTR5, get the triple win balance cable and buy these Legacy 3s. And he's a skeptic. And the words he said to me were literally like, these fucks slap. And he's not like a he actually can be audiophiliac a little bit. And it blew his fucking brain out of his head. So like Thaudio Legacies deserve everything I could say about them. In fact, if they interrupt every other review I do on this channel for the next like 2 weeks, so be it. But yeah, it's like a supermarket that all of a sudden carries meat that has just a cola. E. coli? It's like, it's not the supermarket's fault, really, because it's the meat packer's fault. Well, Tin Hi-Fi is the meat packer in this situation. And they are definitely sending some E. coli to your doorstep. Anyway, that's it. I hope we could all do better in the future. Tin Hi-Fi, I'm looking at you. Stop with the crack. Fix this. Make the 2000, the 3000 had better be cherry. And make it cost. By the way, I didn't mention the cost of this either, because it's not up on the site yet. I think it's $80. I think these are $80. Like, it's just like, it's a. Linsol might have told me and I forgot, but it's like, sign up to know about when the launch is. Oh my God, look at this thing. It's great. It's not. It's not great. It's not their fault, but it's not great. So I think they're under 100, but oof. No, I'll pay to not use these. You should all pay to not use these. I'm going to go back to listen to other things now that don't suck. Anyway, thank you for Linsol for sending these out, and for Tin for trying, but if you'd like to support this channel and everything I do on it, Hi-Fi Guides, the forum, and the site are good places to have references for this shit. You can check out the Patreon and the Subscribe Star. Patrons, here's the thing, patrons and Subscribe Star subscribers usually get to see these videos up to 2 weeks early. But since I'm rushing this one, I'm gonna like upload it real quick, put some links, let them know that this is what's going down. They're not gonna be like, oh, I wanna make sure my patrons at least don't panic by this Monday morning. So for the love of God, maybe I should release this Sunday so the world doesn't panic by it, because that'd be like the nice thing to do. You know what? I think I'm gonna release this a day before they launch. Just clear the tables, which Linsol's probably not going to be happy about. But you're going to go there and buy other things. Linsol has really good stuff that's not this. So anyway, $5 a month gets you into the behind-the-scenes yard sale stuff. Wow, I'm completely wrecked. I've been completely wrecked by this. Anyone who's watched me do this a billion times. It's also hot. Putting my air conditioner back on. You guys can all suffer. Did you know that air conditioners, by the law, can no longer come on in cool mode? They have to come on in eco mode. Have to. You have to take them out of eco mode every time you turn them on. I guess that's better for the environment than me running my car. Okay, $5 a month gets you in the yard sales, which happen from the 1st to the 10th. I don't think I'm gonna bother with these. Like, I'll just throw them in the garbage. I will honestly just throw them in the garbage. That's where we are at this point, where it's like, I can make $5. Maybe they'll end up in the random bin. I won't let anyone know they're getting them. They'll just get them and go, ew, and then throw them on the floor. You get to see these reviews early, usually. Participate in the yard sales. Ask me any questions you want on platform. If you just want to message me on Patreon or Subscribe Star, keep the messages short. We'll go back and forth a few times. Better than an exposition dump. Please, no exposition dumps. And then if you want to interact with me more than that, the $10 Patreon Subscribe Star tiers will let you into the behind-the-scenes Telegram chat on my phone, which has been blinking, blinking, blinking. Rocket League has a great soundtrack, by the way. But yeah, the $10 chat gets you into the $10 chat, which gets you into the $10 chat, which is an amazing place. And we'll definitely know about this shit, like, right now. So that's it. I'm done. I'm putting my air conditioner on. It's like 90% humidity, and I'm dying. Oh, and in case you're wondering how this amplifier is floating here, SoundRise makes a little 5-inch stand now, which I've decided that I'm going to put my laptops and amps on because it just looks fucking cool. If I had speakers, I could have everything float and I could have a full desk. It's great. Anyway, links to those. There's a reason to fucking watch this video to the end. And then don't forget the wallpaper is available in the description as well. Which, I mean, that is mood. That, I didn't understand mood. Mood.